In the US, when you call on a kid, the audience for the kid's response is you, the teacher. In Japan, when they call on a kid, the audience is the other kids. In the US, when you assign a problem, the responsibility of the kid is to get the answer. In Japan, when you assign a problem, the responsibility of the kid is to prepare a presentation the other students will understand. And every single kid has to prepare their own presentation, and they do it in those composition books where you can't throw away the pages. It's a written presentation, all the graphics and everything. Teacher walks around the room, he sees a presentation he wants, he points to the composition book, and then the kid gets up and writes it on the board, just like it was in. Here, when you ask a kid for an explanation, the tradition is improv. There, it's a prepared presentation. And the criterion for whether it's good or not is whether the other kids understand it. Kimmy gets up and rattles off the grade level way of doing it. How many understood Kimmy's explanation? Not too many. Kimmy, I literally saw this. Kimmy, you were supposed to be working on your explanations. You need to make better explanations. Call on two kids who didn't raise their hand. Help Kimmy make a better presentation, better explanation, so more students will understand her. And when she has a good explanation, tell me and we'll try it on the whole class. So day after day, the kids' work is preparing explanations the other kids will understand. And for these explanations, they don't do, okay, who wants to explain their way of thinking? And you see the same group of kids going, ooh, 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 all the time. It's not an ooh, ooh culture. In fact, it's the opposite. If you're done, it's considered rude to put down your pencil, and so other kids would know you're done. You're supposed to hold your pencil so no one knows you're done. Whereas in our culture, as soon as you're done, or maybe even before you're done, ooh, ooh, ooh. One of the easiest things to do as a school full of teachers is to abandon the ooh, ooh culture as a school. Do it together. We're no longer going to have the ooh, ooh culture. Hand raising is still useful. If you're having a classroom discussion, you raise your hand when you have something to say. That's what you want. That's normal. But when you're preparing an answer, a presentation, an explanation, everybody has to be prepared. And every single kid prepares one, but they work in partners and sometimes in larger groups. So they help each other, they collaborate, but it's not one person recording for the group. It's everybody doing their own, but showing it to their partner, talking about it, getting good ideas from your partner, revising it. In other words, it's a heck of a lot like we teach writing in this country. It looks like writer's workshop. You write a draft, you have readers respond to it, you make a revision, then you go public with it. If you're an elementary teacher and you've ever taught writer's workshop, all you need to do is teach math that way, and you're doing it just like the Japanese. Our kids already know how to do it, because everything they do there in math is something we already do in other subjects.